geobyte.
Similarly, look at the another important problem. Look at the screen. It is asking like this. A spherical body of mass 100 grams is dropped from a height of 10 meters from the ground. It is like this. Let us take the ground. This is the ground. Let me write it clearly. From the ground at a height of 10 meters, a spherical body is placed at a height of 10 meters. This height, let that height is h1 equal to 10 meters. This is the spherical body. Spherical body. Okay. The mass of the spherical body also given 100 grams. Mass of the spherical body 100 grams equal to 0.1 kilogram. Okay. Then after hitting the ground, the body rebounds to a height of 5 meters. So after leaving the force on the body, it is hitting the ground. Then it starts to rebound. It starts to rebound and it is moving like this. These are all the rebouncings like this. The instantaneous positions of the ball. These are the instantaneous positions of the ball. After hitting the ground, it is given that it is rebouncing to a height of h2 equal to 5 meters. Okay. Then the impulse of force imparted by the ground to the body is given by. You are asked to decide impulse for the G value 9.8 meter per second square. As you know, listen carefully. Force F equal to m into dv by dt. From this I can write m into dv equal to force into time. Remember, the product of force and time is equal to impulse. Is equal to impulse. That is equal to mass times the change in velocity. Okay. So having that information, let us decide the answer. Now impulse equal to mass times the dv. This I can write as mass times the final velocity minus of minus initial velocity. The reason why I have written final velocity minus of minus v initial velocity is, you know, the spherical body is moving downwards and it is trying to bounce in the opposite direction. The final velocity and initial velocity both are opposite. That's why it is written mass times the final velocity minus of minus initial velocity. Finally, it is mass times the final velocity plus initial velocity. Okay. For that, we need to decide the final velocity and initial velocity. As you know, the initial velocity equal to root over 2g h1. It is equal to root over 2g 9.8 h1 10. Simplify this value. It is equal to 98 into 2 196. This root over 196 I can write as 14 square. It is equal to 14. Okay. The same way I can decide the final velocity. Final velocity. The final velocity. The final velocity equal to root over 2g h2 equal to root over 2 into g 9.8 into h2 5. h2 5. It is equal to 10 into 9.8. It is equal to root over 98. This root 98 I can write as 2 into 49. It is equal to root 2 into root 7 square, because 49 equals 7 square. It is equal to root 2 into 7. That is 7 root 2. Of course, 7 into root 2 value 1.414. That is the initial velocity, final velocity. Then the impulse equal to mass times the final velocity plus initial velocity. Mass is how much? Look at the mass. Mass is 100 grams is equal to 0.1 kilogram into final velocity. Final velocity 1.414. You got 1.414 into 7 plus initial velocity 14. You simplify this value for getting approximately around 2.39. The impulse unit force times the time na force into dt. Force is in Newton, dt seconds, Newton second. Of course, this Newton second can also be written. Newton is the unit of force. F equal to ma. M is in kg, a meter per second square. So kg meter per second square into second, or kg meter per second. Its units is either Newton second or kg meter per second. So look at the options. 2.39. Look at the option D. Option D is absolutely correct. Understood clearly? It is very, very important problem. I can say 5-star problem. 5-star problem means most expected problem. Okay. Shall I take the next problem? Yes. Look at the next problem. Try to read it clearly. It is asking like this. Two bodies are having kinetic energies in the ratio of 16:1. That means K1 by K2. Kinetic energy of the first body by kinetic energy of the second body given 16 by 9. If they have same linear momentum P1 equal to P2. Okay, that is equal to P. The ratio of their masses respectively. We are asked to decide what is the value of M1 by M2. Very simple problem. As you know, kinetic energy K equal to P square by 2m, P square by 2m. Then K1 square equal to P1 square by 2m1. K2 square equal to P2 square by 2m2. Then K1 by K2. K1 by K2 equal to K1, not K1 square, 1 minute. It is K1 by K2. K1, K2. K1 by K2 equal to what? P1 square by 2m1. K2 equal to P2 square by 2m2. But given P1 equal to P2, these two also cancel. Finally, it is equivalent to m2 by m1. So m2 by m1 equal to k1 by k2. K1 by k2. He is asking m1 by m2, no? Right? Then m1 by m2 equal to k2 by k1. K2 by k1, 9 by 16. Therefore, m1 is to m2 is equal to 9 is to 16. Exactly reverse of the kinetic energy ratio. 9 is to 16. Option B is absolutely correct. Understood clearly? Yes. Similarly, look at the another important problem. It is given like this. A bullet of 10 grams leaves the barrel of gun with a velocity 600 meter per second. Given mass of bullet, let that is small m, equal to 10 grams, equal to 10 by 1000 kilograms. If the barrel of the gun is 50 centimeters, of course, speed of bullet u equal to 600 meter per second. Now come to the barrel. Barrel of the gun is 50 centimeters long. Length of length of barrel of gun equal to 50 centimeters, equal to zero point 0.5 meters. And mass of gun, let it be capital M, equal to 3 kilograms. Then the value of impulse applied to the gun will be very simple. Impulse impulse equal to force multiplied by time. It must be equal to mass times the initial velocity of the bullet. So mass is 10 by 1000 into 600. It is 6000 by 1000 is equal to 6 Newton second. That's the answer. Look at the option A. Option A itself is absolutely correct. Understood clearly?
Geobyte.